and we are live.
This is us. This is the Flixters, the three of us, man. This is now. Listen, look, Emmanuel. Hang on a second. You did what a couple of weeks ago as well, did you? Not last week. The week before that, you did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zakos. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
When you was
exactly.
truanting, when you was busy
When I
truanting.
was out, I was out meeting Deval. I was out meeting Deval in England, man.
Where was mine
Uh,
though, hey?
man, listen, honestly, you know what? I'm gutted. No show. I didn't record a show live with Deval, and I only managed to meet him like once out of the whole 3 weeks. Yeah, so it was like rush job, man. But it was great, man. It was great, yeah, man.
It's all good, man.
It's all good. But listen,
The
we're
next one.
here. Emmanuel, Deval, and I, we're here bringing you episode 283.
Yep.
Yep.
You, Emmanuel, teacher, and me. Hold on, that's 4 people. No, hold on. No, is that right? You,
283.
Yeah, 283. Yeah. You, Emmanuel, teacher, and me. Is that
Yeah,
right?
you two and me. All right, okay.
Long time
So
to get there. Honestly, these are
Got there in the end.
got there in the end. Finally got there. Yeah. So listen, folks, we've got a great show for you. Actually, you'll be the judge if this is going to be a great show, but I think it's a great show. So we're going to be speaking movies. Obviously, we've got a couple of film reviews that we're going to be speaking about, latest releases out there, and the three of us are kind of going to get into those movies. We've got Anniversary Corner, which is interesting, and also we've got, as usual, new and streaming, new trailers. But before all of that, Deval is going to take us through shout-outs.
Yeah, got some shout outs. We're going to shout out again Ciel Noir 3.
Mm.
Shouted her out last week, and she was really kind enough to put out a nice little story on her Instagram and link us to it. Just bigging her up. So bigging her up again. Like I always say, go check out her page, Ciel Noir 3. Music, lifestyle. She does TV presenting, all that positivity.
Wicked.
Guaranteed, you go to her page, and you come back feeling much, much better. So,
yeah. And listen, I just want to quickly add, Devout, someone messaged me, by the way, and said, oh, check this out. Someone messaged me and said, oh, some of the, the slang, some of the words that we use, sometimes they don't get it. So bigging up, just kind of quickly, what's bigging up again?
Oh, bigging up is like, how do I translate it?
Giving applause,
giving respect,
elevating
you
someone, saying something nice about them, that sort of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Commending them. Or
exactly. So there you hear it. There you've got it. Okay, next shout out.
Okay, next I'd like to commend Zakos.
I like to big up.
Go check out Zakos' page. He was here a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Massive friend of the show. Loves his movies and hidden gems and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, big up to Zakos as always. Next shout out or next commendation, next hello goes to the 5F's Telegram channel. And they actually gave us the recommendation for today's hidden gem, which I'll talk about later really quickly. But the 5F's Telegram channel, go in Telegram. 5F's are all the F's we need in life. Fun, finances, faith, and...
I know it ain't food.
Frolicking. No, we always get this one. We always get this one.
Fun. And then the last one is
it's footy.
Family, I think it is.
Oh, is it family? Oh, okay. I thought it was
family,
footy.
Yeah, they're the 5F's we need in life. That covers every base.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're on there as well. We have our YouTube premiere on the 5F's Telegram channel.
I love that.
Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time. So go and catch us there, as well as catching us on Instagram, on X, on Facebook, and TikTok. So make sure you keep linked in with us there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, folks, if there's a movie that you want us to watch, review, speak about, just get in touch with us, message us, and we'll definitely do that on the show. All right, let's get on to movie news. Now, we've spoken over the last kind of 5 years, we've spoken a lot about the Alien franchise, the good stuff, the bad stuff, Ridley Scott messing around with it, whether if it's Alien Covenant or Prometheus and all that sort of stuff. So we know that Alien, the universe of Alien is going to be returning, like on the small screen, but tell us about this, because this is going to be kind of something to do with a re-release, right? We're going to be seeing this back in the cinema?
Yep. So So basically, Alien joins old movie hits, returning to theaters. Um, in basically because of a huge slump in ticket sales, majority in the US. But you know what happens, you know, when what's the expression? When the US has a cold,
Yeah.
they
UK UK sneezes.
yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
play
something
catch up,
something
man.
along
And
the.
then it's so funny. And then it's the same thing with Australia. Australia is catching up to the UK. So
Oh
it's like
really?
it happens in the US first, then it goes to Europe, and then it happens here last. So
okay.
it's the same thing, man. But what do you make of this, guys, about them re-releasing the old hits like Terminators, Aliens, your Karate Kids? I'm imagining
Yeah,
like
there's
Back
like
to the
34 of
Futures.
them. There's like 34 of them that they're re-releasing definitely
Wow.
before the end of April. But then there's going to be another burst probably beginning of May as well.
Yeah,
So
because I know they're doing Lord of the Rings. That one popped up as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
doing Lord of the Rings again. I
they're
mean,
doing
is it?
Spider-Man.
I've
They're
seen a
doing the
few of
Spider.
them
Yeah,
at
Sony
the cinema.
Pictures releases 8 Spider-Man films,
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, what
and
do you
then they're
reckon? Is it
staggering them on a
desperation or is
weekly
it like
promotion. I'm not sure
nostalgia?
if it. I'm not sure if it's a desperation, but it's more of in reflection of 18% of the box office sales are down for 2024. You know, at the beginning of
Yeah,
2024, which is like the
that's
first
big.
quarter.
Mm.
So yeah, 18% is quite large, but that's just because of the new movies that's coming out. So I mean, to me, I think 2024 is going to be a slow year basically for
Mm.
movies anyway.
Hmm.
Um, Probably more on on streaming. Streaming ain't gonna die anytime soon.
No, it's not going away, is
So
it?
yeah, I think it's in reaction to streaming basically, trying to still keep bums on seats and theaters still out there. So because during the pandemic and after the pandemic, I mean, we're not supposed to say the P word but
Hmm.
those places
Well,
were
what about
affected, and that's
call
why
it
we
the
had.
C word? But what do you reckon? All right, okay. Just before we move on, if all right, tell me one movie that you would love to go back and watch.
Aliens.
Okay, well there you go. This is the Aliens is going to be there. So,
Yeah,
Emmanuel, what about
wouldn't
you?
mind Terminator.
Terminator, yeah, both classics,
Yeah, 1 and 2.
both good shouts, both brilliant good shouts.
What would be
Me,
yours?
I'd probably want to watch The Exorcist
Oh, okay. Ooh, in the cinema.
in the
Okay.
cinema again because I remember like watched it. This is like because I remember they did the re-release like
Yeah, yeah.
about 20 years ago, so it's been a while, man. All right, okay. So let's move on, and we'll keep you posted on that. And if you do watch those old classics in the cinema, let us know. What do you reckon? Is it the same thing as watching it at home? All right, let's do 28 years. The franchise, the 28 years, 28 days, 28 weeks, and now 28 years later, they're
Yeah.
doing this. Is it needed? Who's going to be in it, Emmanuel? What do you
Well, I
reckon?
don't know. I don't know. I think it was a recent announcement on Thursday,
Yeah.
and it was basically the 28. It was who the cast are, the main cast, and it's like you said, it's 28 years later. It'll nearly be 20 years since the first movie in the
Hmm.
trilogy of the
2002, isn't
28 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
when it probably comes out of the franchise. But this one is going to be written by Alex Garland.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think was he the one who did Civil War, who
Yeah.
wrote Civil War as
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Danny Boyle. I mean, what was the last movie that Danny Boyle did? I can't even
Oh.
remember
Uh,
off the top of my head.
can't remember. But I know Alex Garland did also write 20, 28 days later, didn't he?
Yeah, he wrote the first one, and
Yeah.
to me,
So,
I thought I loved the 28 days later.
Yeah.
mm.
For
It's a
me, that
classic.
was like that for me it was a real
Zombies
horror.
running. It was scary because we
It
Yeah.
was
we hadn't
scary,
seen
but
zombies running before.
But for me,
You know?
it was more seeing London, the London scape, so
Mm.
Yeah.
empty, and then it was like, oh my god, like if this
Low
actually
budget.
happened, this is, I, l- you know, being someone who lives in London and seeing London how empty and dead it was, that was scary.
Yeah.
So for me, I
Yeah.
love the 28 Days Later. But yeah, those are the writers who are going to be on it, and Danny Boyle's going to be also
Yeah,
directing as
I
well as
just typed
writing.
it in IMDb, guys, and it's.
Yeah.
But interestingly, they've gone with the actors that are popped up is Jodie Comer, she's a British actress.
Jodie Comer,
Aaron Taylor Johnson,
who we know is going to be what is it, the new James
Craven.
Bond?
Oh yeah,
And he was
yeah,
Craven the Hunter, and I
yeah.
think he was in Kick-Ass 1 and 2, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's in the Fall Guy, which I'm going to speak about a bit afterwards. But Aaron Taylor Johnson, and they haven't gone with Cillian Murphy.
No.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's done it.
No, I mean he
After
did
his
say
Oscar.
that he did say that he would love to do the next one, but this time I think he may be a small part, like a cameo, because he's basically executive producer in this one.
Okay.
Right, gotcha.
So so Cillian Murphy's going to be executive producer, and then Ralph Fiennes,
Yep.
who I don't know any of the movies. Do you like that?
He's been around, man.
There's been a bunch of
What?
stuff. Harry Potter was in it, or one of the
Yep.
fine. Anyway.
Yeah. But he doesn't seem to be like, he looks at, I don't know, I've got mixed feelings about the cast anyway, but the one thing I would like to still remain is for it to, to stick to its low budget roots basically.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure whether this is worthy of a cinema release, or because a lot more of the stuff is on streaming, and I think with it being the third one in the trilogy, it has to be in the cinema, but I don't think it's going to be big.
Interesting
thoughts?
take.
Time will tell, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait. Have they said when this is going to be released?
No, there isn't a release date. So yeah, that's why I say it will probably be close to like 20 years since when it does get released. It will probably be like 20 years since the first one.
Yeah, maybe waiting for some sort of anniversary or something. All right, okay. Listen, we'll keep you posted on that one. Now let's keep it with horror. Now, Evil Dead. We spoke about the last one, Evil Dead Rise, on the show, and we quite liked it. And so, Deval, what's going on with this one, man? Are we seeing a sequel, a prequel, a continuation of that story that we watched maybe like about about a year ago, was it?
Seen all of the above, mate. Honestly, I'll just go through this one quickly. But yeah, Evil Dead. We know Evil Dead. Sam Raimi. Was it 1983 or 1980?
Yep, early 80s.
Early 80s. Horror comedy type thing. Really mad. All that blood and gore, all that kind of stuff. We've seen Evil Dead's sequels and all kinds of TV shows over the years. The most recent one, well, semi-recent one we saw in 2013, Fede Alvarez, who's going to be directing the new Alien Romulus, who everyone's saying is going to be a wicked film. Fede Alvarez knows what he's doing with that. But this time we're going to be, last year, 2023, we had Evil Dead Rise.
Yep.
And that was a totally different environment. That was in I think it was New York or LA. It was somewhere in a city basically, and not in a cabin like it usually is. Different environment, a family. Evil Dead still had to rise from the ashes kind of thing. That was a different spin. It was interesting. The budget was only $19 million. Guess how much it done?
Cheap. 100.
$147 million.
That's great.
Pretty much nearly done a 10x. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So good returns.
Good returns on the investment. Yeah.
If I had a suit on, it would be like, yeah, nice one.
Which is why they're bringing out another one. So Sam Raimi's production company is bringing out another Evil Dead. I'm not sure what the details are on this one yet. The director, I forgot the director's name actually, but the director hasn't got much on their IMDb. Got one or two feature films, and the rest are shorts.
His name is Francis Galuppi, I think.
That's the one, Francis Galuppi.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see let's wait and see what happens. This is going to be coming out. I believe it's going to be next year or so. But yeah, Evil Dead isn't dying basically. So.
Yeah, didn't you say that you don't really need to have accolades before you to just start doing a zombie movie? Cause
yeah.
And it's already got the name, right? It's already got that Evil Dead kind of history. So you don't need huge actors
Yes.
big actors, make it on a low budget, and
Yeah.
if it makes 100 plus, man, they're flipping laughing. All right,
Yeah.
so we'll keep an eye on that one
Yeah.
for you folks. And finally, let's speak about this because this I remember this. This was excuse me. This was kind of like in the news. Affected the film industry because it involved a lot of kind of actors and things like that. But Harvey Weinstein,
Mm.
the last image that I saw, no joke, guys, this was him with a walking stick, practically Zimmer frame, walking into the courthouse, shaking, getting
Yeah.
sentenced, and then people were like kind of celebrating because it was a good day for justice and all that, part of the Me Too movement. But Emmanuel, what you're saying is that somewhere someone along the line messed up with the evidence.
Well, yeah. So what? So the news is that Harvey Weinstein was acquitted on
Mm,
his New York case because of, long story short, evidence that wasn't applicable to the case in hand, and so they were basically going by playing things by the book, which Harvey's argument was that they weren't doing that when it was his case being dealt with in New York. So yeah, so he's been acquitted of that. However, I mean, another evil that you'd want still to be locked away, like one of them characters in Mindhunter. His
Yeah.
way,
yeah,
he's like at the bar, he's like, "I'm gonna get you," kind of thing.
exactly.
But yeah, he's still in jail, only because like he's still got other convictions which is keeping him in jail. So I mean, if he gets them acquitted and he's who knows? I
Mm,
don't know whether he's going to get released or what, but it might be a long fight for him to get out. But yeah, the fact that he got acquitted on the New York one is a scary thought.
mm. And listen, man, I mean, this guy's, I was just doing a quick kind of search
And
in the
this guy's
movies that he's
72.
72 years old. Not only that, and just some of the movies that he's been behind, like a lot of classic movies that we
Yeah.
love.
Mirror
And
Matching
Yeah.
Company. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. The Weinsteins were, they were behind some big movies. So I wonder, going back now, when people watch those movies, when they look at kind of some of those movies, will they be like, oh shit, I wonder what was going on behind the scenes? Like, I read some stories about he was making kind of the actresses do stuff, come to his hotel room to kind of practice lines. And you know what that means.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
practice lines and all that sort of shit. So yeah, man. So when the women behind all these stories are gonna there's gonna be a backlash, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be coming pretty soon. So folks, that is your movie news for this week. Remember, keep it locked with the Flixters. We bring you lots and lots of more movie news. Let us know if you've heard or something and you want us to discuss as well. But let's do new one streaming. Now listen, I want to quickly just mention my take on this. X-Men 97.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm finding it hard to get into it.
How is it? How far? Hold on. How far are you into it so
Yeah.
I'm on the second episode.
far? Okay. Do you know what? That's
Yeah,
exactly
that's
where I
fine.
was.
That's fine.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. I said the same thing when I was there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil anything for you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool.
Put
So
on
I've
here.
got to just stick with it.
Stick with it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you know what? Okay. I put it on here because I wanted to say more, but I don't want to say more because you ain't seen it. But what I
No.
will say,
Say it, but
no,
say it. Like,
what
is
I'll
it?
say is,
Are they stoned? Are they classics in there?
yes.
Okay, that's it.
They have recaptured what the old X-Men was all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, this is it's wicked.
This
Is
is
it?
fire.
really good.
This is
Okay.
fire.
Say no more.
Oh, I've got to watch it.
Say
Keep
no
watching
more.
it then.
If you ain't seen it so far, go Disney Plus. You can watch it,
Yeah.
and then it make you want to watch the old ones again, and really,
Yes.
appreciate what Marvel should be. But yeah, that's all I'm
I'll
gonna
tell
say.
you. I'll tell
Just
you.
go and
If
say
anyone
one thing. Go on.
has anyone seen that GIF with the little girl and she does this?
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
That
That's
is,
my
yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
That
So
was
how
how I
many
felt with the
episodes is it?
recent episode, man.
I think there's
It's
about
7 now we're on.
yeah. I think there's 10 altogether. I think so.
Oh, they're doing a slow burn release, are they?
Yeah, something like that.
Bastards. All right. Okay. Cool. No, I'll stick with it. So, folks, yeah, go check that out. X-Men 97. Obviously, we're fans, of the X-Men universe, but specifically the animation from, obviously back in the day.
Yeah.
And there's already talk of doing another part to this. So yeah, people are already saying this is going to be good. All right, let's move on to something on Amazon now. Amazon Prime. This is called Them, The Scare. So I'm assuming here that this is horror.
You assume right, Mr. Bond.
Okay, tell us about this.
Yeah, this one. Remember them that came out on Amazon, uh,
Hmm.
Amazon Prime. Them. It was a TV series that was like a sort of 1950s America,
Uh-huh.
and then
Okay.
a black family were moving into like a very white area. And
Oh,
do you remember that?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that came out a couple. Oh my gosh, 2021. I thought it was later
So a
Mm.
than that,
while
but
ago.
yeah, really good show. Really quite original and just yeah, it was a really good show. But that's what I'm going to say. But them have now got I think it's this more like an is it like an anthology? Is that how you describe it? So basically,
Hmm.
some of the actors that were in the first series are going to be popping up in the second series, but it's a whole different setup. Same actors playing different people, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
I believe. I hope I'm not wrong there, but
Will
and
that be confusing though?
that's the thing. It's not.
Could
No,
it
Okay.
be
like
timeline, a different timeline?
it's a different timeline as well. But you know how like the House on Haunted Hill does it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
kind of like that, where the same actors, not all of them, but some
Actors.
of the same actors are in the
Yeah,
next
like
series.
Bly
But
Manor and
yeah, but they're different people. So I think it's kind of like that. But there's not much to say about this because I haven't seen it yet. But I'm gonna by the next episode, I would have watched some of this. All I know is a trailer looks good.
Mm.
The lead actress is hunting down some sort of serial killer in I think
hmm.
in LA. I think in the 80s. So so yeah, all I can say is it looks good, man, and it looks a bit haunting, a bit twisted, all the kinds of stuff I like. So yeah, go to Amazon and check that out, man. Honestly.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do. Definitely. We'll check that one out. And the other one, now I've seen all of this. This was the big other thing that I've been watching over the last kind of couple of weeks. This is Fallout on Amazon. And I
I
look,
was
the
yeah.
reviews have been, I've been hearing some great reviews. I've been hearing some like good stuff. And for me personally, I mean, I haven't played the game,
Yeah.
but I know the game existed.
Mm,
Um, it's okay, it's fine, it's decent, but I wouldn't go as far as saying what some of the other people have been saying, which is like, oh, it's wicked. I love the world building. I love
Yeah.
the fact that they are, bringing it as close to the game as possible. The character of the ghoul, that he's interesting. So there's a lot of stuff going on in there. And
Mm.
then the way it ends is just like, yeah, so we're going to be set up for a season 2, and it's going to be kind of like a wider universe type of a thing.
I mean, I I wasn't wanting it, and I wasn't expecting it,
Mm,
but I have enjoyed the first season.
yeah.
you
Yeah,
finished it.
it's this one will be one on mine to like yeah, I can't wait for the second season.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know the second season's already been greenlit,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
yeah. I think
yeah,
I'm
so
halfway through this first season, and again, I'm enjoying it. It's different.
Yeah.
yeah.
At first, I thought this is going to be shit, but it's kind of different, and the characters seem to
For me, it's
have
the three
yeah,
characters:
and
Lucy's pursuit for the truth,
yeah,
Truth.
and then the ghoul.
He's just a bastard.
He's such a yeah
Yeah. But he's
he's
so
such a
good.
he's such a good guy, but an asshole as
exactly,
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
exactly, yeah.
and
And
then
he's a
Maximus.
classic gunslinger. It's like, it's like
Got
from the
reason.
westerns.
He's got
Yeah,
reason to be that way as well. He's been through some shit, so
yeah, he
yeah,
has. And he's just in search as well, like for
mm,
his own thing. Yeah, so
Mm,
I'm liking those three, three characters, three
yeah.
storylines, and then there's the fourth one, which is the surface dwellers, which
Okay,
we
yeah.
saw later on. Yeah,
mm.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole evil corporation trying to disguise itself as being the good guys.
The
With
good
the whole
guys and everything. And listen, man, we've seen that. I mean, we've seen that before, like, in other kind of TV shows, and that just kind of makes you just think, man. When I was watching this, I was just thinking, there are big corporations who probably the way that they manipulate kind
Mm,
of events around the world.
Yeah,
yeah, they curate
def-
their image so well.
And
definitely.
this is
Mm,
happening in real life, man.
yeah.
So, um, your Googles, your Metas, your Apples, like, who knows, man, who else and what else is going on behind the scenes. All right. Okay. So that's Fallout. Go check it out. Let us know what you think. Now let's do new trailers. Blink Twice. This sounds interesting. Yeah. So tell us about this.
Yeah, this one is a how do I describe it?
It
It's
looks like a trippy
yeah,
movie.
very trippy movie, very crazy, very like they go to well basically let me start from the beginning real quickly. I know we've got a few things to go through, so I won't take too long. This one is
Mm.
written and directed by oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it when I heard it. Zoe Kravitz.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz written or co-written and directed this. This stars Channing Tatum, Carl McLachlan, Gina
Oh my God.
Davis,
He was just
Christian.
in Fallout.
There you go.
Mm.
Christian Slater. Uh, who else? Who else? You got Adria Arjona.
Mm.
Arjona. Yeah, she was in. I think not the
Beetle. Blue Beetle.
Blue was it in Blue Beetle and the one with Vin Diesel where he's that mad DC guy. I can't remember what it's called now.
Oh,
Deadshot.
Bloodshot. Oh,
Yeah,
Bloodshot.
Deadshot.
Bloodshot. Yeah.
Bloodshot. But it's got a great cast. Basically, they seem like they're going to some rich person's island to have fun, and it just seems mad.
Mm.
Just I can't explain it. It just needs to be seen. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Go check out the trailer. Let us know what
What,
you think.
what was the
Uh,
one with the last James Bond's main star
onion, glass onion.
onion, glass
Kind of
onion,
yeah, gives that
going
vibe,
to the
innit?
rich person's house, that was
Yeah,
that was a thing
crazy
that,
vibe.
yeah.
This is out in
And this
August.
is Amazon, so we're gonna probably see it on Prime.
Well, it's coming out in the cinema, from what I
Oh,
understand.
okay.
Yeah, so but it might come out in Prime afterwards. It's also got the guy from I See Dead People, Sixth Sense. That
Oh, that,
big man now, but yeah, the boy that was in that is in this as
and he
well.
was in The Boys.
Okay.
And he was in the boys exactly, yeah. So he's in this as well.
Nice.
So
Okay.
Haley Joel Osment, yeah. So yeah, go check
Yeah.
it out on trailers. Let us know what you think.
All right. Yeah, that is Blink Twice. Okay, so now the next one. This sounds like a Winter Soldier kind of thing going on over here. This
Yeah.
is the Soviet sleep experiment. So tell us about this.
This one here,
Great
there's no
title.
blinking here. You got to keep your eyes open. Yeah. This one here, this sounds like, and I don't know if it is, but this sounds like the sort of thing that was based on a true story. This gives me vibes of true story all over it. You know, back in the
Mm,
day, uh, the Nazis and all kinds of people were doing experiments on humans. I'm sure to
yep.
this day people are still doing it.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, this one looks like it was. It looks like it was made ages ago, but it's going to be released quite soon. And this is a film that basically gets subjects. I'm not sure where they got the subjects from, if they were prisoners or anything like that. Uh, oh, this is based on a true story. It is from the
Oh gosh.
1940s.
Okay.
Oh shit, yeah. So basically, they put these people, these subjects, in an environment where they are kept awake for 30 days straight.
Jeez.
30 days straight. And it's to really test how they respond to it, their brain, their
Mm,
psychology, their physiology, all kinds of stuff. And we do know from the research that's been done, you need sleep. Your brain needs to
yeah,
Military.
man.
recover.
Military funding.
I'm telling you, man. So this film, I'll admit the quality doesn't look great. It kind of gives you
Mm,
very, very low budget vibes, but I can see this version being remade by people with more money. But yeah,
yeah.
interesting. Go check it out on trailers anyway.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go check out the Soviet sleep experiment. Now, the next one, I've heard a bit of kind of, few things about this one. This is The Exorcism, and this is Russell Crowe. He's playing an exorcist. So, or is that right?
No, this is a madness, man. This is this is recently he done that film.
The Pope's exorcist or something.
Pope's Exorcist, yeah. So now, for some reason, somebody saw that and thought, "Oh, he can be an exorcist again." I don't know what's going on. It's got two titles. It's got the Exorcism and it's got the Georgetown Project. I don't know what's what, but basically,
Okay.
Russell Crowe, and in this one, he's got a massive belly, mate.
I'm
This
not gonna
guy,
lie,
Oh,
but I've
he's
seen the
let himself
poster,
go.
and he looks like a priest. He looks like what you would expect in an Irish
yeah,
Catholic
yeah,
kind of.
exactly.
Yeah, like
And
drinking, swinging, like
yeah, but
Oh man.
basically, so he's he's basically a troubled actor. It says here, a
Oh,
troubled actor begins to unravel while shooting a horror film. His estranged daughter wonders if he's slipping back into his past addictions or if there's something more sinister. So he's actually an actor. He's on set.
okay.
They're doing a film about exorcisms and whatever. And
Yeah.
I think his daughter even says, "Oh, during the filming of these types of films, The Omen, Exorcist, real shit happened to cast members."
Right.
Yeah.
So the trailer gives you that little nugget, and then
Mm.
throughout the trailer, you see that he himself is being possessed. So
Oh
it's a
God.
madness. So yeah, so it's mad.
Russell Crowe being possessed. I mean,
Yeah,
the guy's mad even without any of that stuff. And
I don't
get
know, but
that.
the fact that he's an actor, he's an actor. Would you believe whether he's being possessed or not, or would you be like, "Yo, you did
exactly.
well"?
The guy's unhinged, man. Seriously.
Just,
He turned up in remember when he turned up in Thor, the last Thor
Yeah,
movie?
yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
gosh.
yeah, yeah.
It was that was what the hell was that? I don't know. I remember listening to an interview he gave. I think it was when he was making Robin Hood.
Okay.
And then the interviewer, like a British interviewer, said to him, "Oh, so Russell, you did something really interesting with the accent. What kind of accent were you going for? Southerning, like, what were you going for?" And because it wasn't really English. And then he went off. He lost the plot. Yeah,
Mm,
he got
mm.
angry at the interview, and he goes, "Oh, you got deaf ears, mate. Like, you don't know what you're doing." And and it was awkward, man.
So
The,
maybe for this one, it was the pitch was just be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even his accent in Thor, that was like, what was he doing? I just kind of
Weird.
don't get it. But anyway, so we'll see what he's doing in this one. So that's the Exorcism that's going to be coming out shortly. Now this one, let's speak about this.
Mm,
Um, and Deval, you kind of put this up in the group chats and everything like that. So I was really eager to kind of have a look at this. So this is the full on trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, which interesting people are saying this isn't Deadpool Part 3. This is kind of like a standalone,
mm.
It feels
this
more of a standalone with a lot of the
it
stuff.
does, doesn't it? With that
Yeah.
whole trailer and everything like that. So, yeah, man, tell us, talk us through this, because there's a lot of shit to get. There's a lot of shit in this trailer.
All I can say is I haven't been looking forward to Marvel for a long time, but
Mm,
I'm looking forward to Marvel.
this,
This looks like fun. Deadpool does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. There's no rules.
mm.
There's even a line in the trailer where he says something about, "Oh, what's allowed? Oh, Feige's greenlit this or Feige okayed
Yeah,
this."
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know that's going to be true. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's just,
It's mad.
just mad. But yeah, it just shows a bit more about what's it about. It kind of seems like Deadpool's trying to use Wolverine to, I don't know, get to some sort of objective, and Wolverine isn't really feeling it. Wolverine
Mm.
seems like he's dejected, like he's lost a lot, and he doesn't care. And obviously we've got the uh, who's those people that keep zapping
The
people away?
TVA,
What do you call them?
TVAs.
TVA, yeah,
TVA.
time variance authority. So they're in the
Yeah.
trailer as well, and we get to see a quick glimpse of a new baddie, Cassandra Nova. I had no idea who she was. I had no idea at all. I thought it was some sort of Professor X lookalike, but
Mm.
she is actually from the comics. She's linked to Professor X in
Mm.
that when Professor X was born in the physical world, uh, some part of Professor X's energy was also born in the astro plane, and then that energy was growing and growing in the astro plane, and then somehow the energy has now come across into the physical realm in the form of Cassandra Nova. That's why she looks bald like him. So
In the
Mm.
comics,
in the
she looks like
comics,
Gollum.
yeah, but she's got mad powers. Like, I'm not sure if it's the same as Professor X, but in the trailer you kind of see Wolverine. He can't move and whatever, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's gonna be mad powerful,
And
telekinesis.
then there's a bit in the trailer where Deadpool and Wolverine, they're actually fighting against each other.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So some people are saying that obviously because he's got the TVA and he can go into different timelines,
Mm.
he's fighting different
Yes.
Wolverines to get to the one Wolverine who's going to help him out.
Okay, that sounds about right.
It sounds like as if it could that could be something.
There's gonna be some nice cameos though,
I
Huge,
heard as
apparently.
massive.
well. Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
Ben Affleck. I heard like I'm not sure if it's maybe Deadpool. I'm not sure, but uh, Also,
Brad Pitt, I
Electra.
think.
Yeah, but, like, there's a
Brad
few.
Pitt probably be back. Yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
few that could show up. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe Cap might show up, or Iron Man might show up, or anything. Anything can
I
Man,
happen.
know that red guy
anything can
from
happen.
Red Skull.
uh no
Ant
from
Man's in it. Well,
the
Yeah.
X-Men. When they were the young X-Men.
the mutants, young mutants,
Yeah, I think it was the Young Mutants. I can't
Oh,
new
remember.
Gambit
mutants.
might show up as well. I heard Gambit.
Yeah,
Channing
Jason,
Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Yeah, I've heard of that rumor as well. But there's a shot of the big Ant Man.
Mm.
What do you call it?
Helmet.
The helmet thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously there's something. They're in some sort of place. The void. Some people are mentioning the void. It could be the void, and they go there because obviously to do the TVA. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm like you on this one, Devout. I'm looking forward to this. It looks fun. It looks crazy. It looks madcap. And yeah, man. So we'll see
I'm
what happens
managing
with
my
this one.
expectations, man. I'm still gonna
I know.
manage my
I feel you as well.
expectations.
I feel that as well because obviously, yeah, we got to see what happens. So just remind everyone, this is the only Marvel movie coming out this year now.
I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah. I think so.
yeah. It's the only one.
Damn. So they really scaled back, haven't they?
They
But
need
I feel like they
need
need to. They do. I think it's a good decision.
Mm.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, if it was to look back on 2024 and X-Men 97 continues the way it does till the end
Mm.
of then I'll be like, yeah, what was a highlight in 2024? X-Men 97 would come on that list, I think.
And hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed this turns out really well. So we'll definitely be there. We'll be buying our tickets and we'll be bringing you a massive review on it because we'll break it down and we'll give you spoilers and all that sort of stuff. So watch, keep listening to this podcast for that. Now let's move on to Anniversary Corner. Now this one is 25 years old, 1999. It received a lot of flack when it was released, the CGI, the storyline, the plot line and everything like that. And, loads of shit going on with it. It's been a while since I've last seen this. It's not on my kind of list of classic movies or anything like that. But if you're a Star Wars fan, you will have seen this. This is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And this is George Lucas going back doing parts 1, 2, and 3 before we get to the 4, 5, and 6, and then we had the 7, 8, and 9. So yeah, break it down, one of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is 25 years old, man, and I remember actually seeing this in a preview years ago, and I thought, okay, this seems cool. Then people kind of slated it because they were like, oh, it's not as good as the originals.
Yeah, the Jar Jar
And now
Binks
people
thing.
love it because it's better than the new ones. So
Yeah.
cannot please everyone. That's all I know. What I will say is the Phantom Menace. When that first came out, I thought it was okay, but the little boy got on my nerves. Anakin, the whole haircuts they always give these
But the
kids.
fight scene at the end.
Oh man, Ray Park. Okay, so Darth Maul, played by Ray Park.
Yeah.
Actually, where I live in London, he's just, what was it, 2 miles down the road? That's where he's
Is
from.
it?
Yeah, man, he's a local guy.
Yeah, British guy. Yeah, British actor.
And I tell you, they gave us Darth Maul, and they took him away again real quick, but they also
Yeah.
gave us the music.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can listen to that every day, man.
I just remember the merchandise
Duel of
was
Fates.
Darth Maul all the time.
You see, I'm telling you, man, they gave us something I think is still special in little parts.
Yes.
Like the fight scene between Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, and Liam Neeson.
Qui-Gon.
That fight scene
is wicked.
Oh, wicked.
I
Man.
love it. And they're waiting for the
doors.
They're waiting for the doors, and he's just there. He's just looking at Darth Maul, and looking at them. He's like flicking, doing his red lightsaber thing, and I'm like, oh, this is wicked. I'll watch it just for that.
Better than all that new Star Wars put together.
Yeah.
That had everything. The lightsaber play there's hardly any force movement. There's one bit. I think there's one bit of force movement or action when he closes the door, or he uses something to open a door. I think towards the end there's a little bit, but it's hard. It's all real shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna watch that again, man. That fight.
Yeah, I want to watch that fight scene just again now. Just now that we're talking about it. And just quickly, the Acolyte is coming out this year, I think.
Yeah, June, I think.
Yeah, so in a couple of months' time. So we'll see kind of the Star Wars unit. They're not done with the Star Wars universe, by the way. There's movies coming. Daisy Ridley, she's coming back. But if you haven't seen The Phantom Menace, go back and watch it, just to reacquaint yourself with, how it all started, and let us know what you think. So that's Star Wars Episode 1. Now, that kind of like leads us nicely into the film review, because Rebel Moon, which we spoke about briefly on last week's episode, is kind of trying to be in the same vein. Like, I guess Zack Snyder wants to create his own style, like his version of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And Rebel Moon, I've read a lot about it. A lot of people are saying, it's kind of his take on, if he was given the chance to direct a Star Wars type of a movie, this is what he would do. Now, Rebel Moon Part 1, that came out a while ago. Deval, he went out and watched it and everything. And now, we're getting Part 2. This is called the Scargiver. Apparently, he filmed so much footage that there's enough for there to be like a 3-hour, 4-hour movie. This guy, like, honestly, Deval, he said that there's a 4-hour movie in there somewhere.
Always does that, you know that.
Yeah.
Always does
so I don't know where.
You reckon
Obviously,
it's
our
because he's
listeners
very
gone.
indecisive?
Maybe, man. Maybe.
Yeah.
Watchmen. I know Watchmen was kind of like a long. I liked Watchmen, but obviously the Batman movie, that was kind of long, and like all this sort of stuff. But anyway, whatever you think of Zack Snyder, this one's come out on Netflix. So take it away, guys. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
Oh shit! When a review starts off like that.
I'll just say a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into this, but yeah, Rebel Moon for me, Part 1, it kind of was interesting. Don't get me wrong, but kind of fell flat a little bit. This one starts flat, continues flat.
Oh shit!
This one tries to be too much. It tries to do something that I don't know. It tries too hard, maybe.
Hmm.
Do you think so?
I think so. I mean, for me, Zack Snyder, I do like his films. Some of his films, anyway. I like Superman, 300 for me, classic.
Oh, wicked! Yeah.
Watchmen. He's a visionary director. He loves the special effects and all that kind of stuff. Slow motion. This film, the slow motion was excessive. There was slow motion of them like cutting the field and all that. I'm like,
oh gosh, you're making
that wasn't slow motion. I think that was how you felt about the movie watching.
Watch it again. When they're cutting, there's a part when they're doing the crops and stuff because
because they're preparing or whatever.
5 days will come, so they're trying to do the crops in 3 days, and they're all go and do the crops, and they're like cutting the crops, and this person's going. And I'm like, it's too much.
Yeah.
Too much. And the lead, what's her name? Sophia something? Is that her name? No, it's not. Is that her name? Sophia Boutella.
Sophia
Boutella, French actress.
Boutella.
We've seen her before.
Yeah, I've seen her before, and she's good. I mean, she's good in other stuff, just not this. In this.
Yeah, she was in The Kingsman.
Yeah, she's exactly.
And The Mummy and Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah, in this, I see her as just. I don't know what to like about her. I just don't know what to like about her. They try and make her out to be some real like moody, deep character, but I can't connect in any kind of way with most of the characters. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm struggling to find something I liked. Anthony Hopkins is this robot. The robot. I asked my niece for the film, and she said, "Oh, that robot that was always lurking around." Yeah, the robot's lurking around, wearing clothes that he doesn't need. Anthony Hopkins is doing the voice. The robot's not there until the end. He turns up and pretends like he's Superman.
Yeah.
I just don't know. You got
our mate Jimon Honsu's in it, man.
Jimon Honsu.
Oh, he says some funny lines.
He's in everything.
And you got both flipping
Ed Screen.
Dario Naharis. You know the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh gosh, yes.
And the new one, both in the same film.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'm done. I don't get any more Rebel movies. Yeah? If I was the Empire, I'll aim my Death Star at the moon.
At the Rebel Moon, yeah, exactly.
Crops, or go on a diet.
All right.
Need those crops.
That's an
Cool.
interesting point. That's an interesting point. You know, we've had Dune recently, and Dune is this kind of, you know, sci-fi epic, and behind the story behind Dune, there's this kind of idea about, you know, about having a messiah like type of a figure and religion and all that sort of stuff. We've got Star Wars, you know, the force, the good versus evil. Well, like, what's Rebel Moon? Does it go as
I
deep
think
as that?
I think if you're comparing it, you know, to those ones, the problem with comparing them is Dune already had a base in
Mm,
terms of the readers who had and loyal Dune followers. Rebel Moon had nothing. Like you know, what can you say built any following before this Rebel Moon came out? Nothing.
yeah.
Like
I
so.
disagree though, because you have good films come out on Netflix. Look at Extraction. That came out of nowhere. Everyone
Mm,
watched it. It was a good film.
Mm.
yeah.
Bob's Your Uncle. This one had a really experienced director, good budget. Like, he could have done a good film out of this, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
The
I,
budget, man, is 166 million for 2 movies.
actually,
I
for
mean,
two movies,
they obviously must. He obviously either gives a good pitch, or they have, you know, he's got people who's got a lot of faith in him.
both.
Because
I think.
from what I understand is that he wanted this to be like maybe
Yeah,
five
it is.
movies or something
Yeah.
like that.
There's not only the director's cut coming out in between that. There's meant to be two more films, man. At
Jeez,
least
I
two
just
more
saw
films.
that the director's cut. Yeah, so director's cut means that it's going to be longer.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? I think that he may still actually get those others. You
Probably.
know, I think he probably did such a good pitch that they signed on the dotted line, and they're just going to commit.
Mm.
They might just say, listen, we're going to give you a smaller budget, and you're going to have to work with that,
Mm.
or you're going to have to do some cuts. But the robot, I thought the robot was probably the best bit for me, and
Yeah.
I was like, wait, hold on, you had this guy lurking around the whole time, right? And no one spotted him, even when he was so close up, overlooking. Like,
I haven't seen the movie, and I can already tell his jokes. I can already tell his jokes, man.
It took me
for
3
me,
years to watch it. I kept falling asleep. 3 attempts to watch it. Yeah.
you know what? I got it on the third attempt. So
Oh gosh,
I
bros,
watched
I've got
the,
no chance. Then I got no chance. I got no chance of lasting. But listen, look, before we carry on, apparently Zack Snyder pitched the idea for Rebel Moon to Lucasfilm,
Yes. And they turned it
and
down.
they took a hard left, man. They passed on it. Now, what does that tell you? Is it because that they just obviously
no, but you know
Devel
what?
mentioned Devel said he's his visionary director. He's got a different take, mature take on the Star Wars stuff. But what?
But my thing is that if he pitched it to start to Lucas Films, I wouldn't feel any way if someone came to me with my own work, or what seems like my own work, but
Mm.
you're pitching it to me. Am I dumb? Like,
Mm.
come
Like
on,
you're throwing
Jog,
back,
like, yeah,
yeah.
it's like you're trying to
Yeah.
you're trying to sell me my own stuff, my own stuff. So like,
Mm.
yeah, go on, give it to someone else, mate. Like,
Mm.
this is my brand. I'm I'm looking after it, and
Okay.
good luck. But
So my question then is, should I be watching these 2 movies?
Have you not seen either of them, no?
No.
Don't waste the time. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Keep it moving. I say keep it moving. You ain't missing much.
Yeah.
You ain't missing much.
if this is if you got one of them days that you got nothing to watch, or
Then
absolutely
go
nothing to
the
watch, and then
Go watch the X-Men cartoon. Go do anything else. Yeah.
yeah. So after he's watched all of that,
after I've
and
seen
he's-
all of that,
yeah,
and I've still got time to watch something, then I will put this one on. All right, okay. Oh,
Then you gotta go
jeez.
clean the floor, go to the iron your shirt.
I've literally gotten. Yeah, I've done everything. All right, then I will do it. All right, okay, cool. That's a great review. Actually, this is what I love about this show. We tell you straight up what the movies are like. So that's interesting. All right. So listen, look, that is Rebel Moon, the Scargiver. And listen, look, folks, people who are listening out there in the world, and we've got obviously lots of people who listen out in different countries. Maybe flipping out, you've got a different take. Maybe we're not seeing it right. And maybe Zakharov, if you're listening to the show, maybe you've seen it and, you've got a different take on it. Let us know. Get in touch with us. We would love to hear your view. Now, before we finish up, it's just kind of one thing that I want to speak about. I'm going to speak very, very quickly about this. 5 minutes starting from now. So this is The Fall Guy. I wanted to watch a horror movie at the cinema. I arrived too late. This was the only other thing that was on. So I wasn't even planning to watch this. So I just thought, sorry, I'll just go out on this. This is The Fall Guy starring Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Hannah Waddingham. She's the one from Game of Thrones, Shame. That one. And she's big like now on Ted Lasso and everything. She's great. And in it, so The Fall Guy is a kind of based on characters from an 80s TV show. I'm not sure if you remember this, but I used to watch this.
Series, yeah.
The TV series, starring Lee Majors. He was Colt Seavers. He was like a stunt man. And every week, it's kind of like the A-Team where someone would go to him and say like, Colt, we need your help. We need you to kind of find out about this murder, help us with this murder case, with that case. So every single episode, he was solving crime, but at the same time also being a stunt man. It was good. I used to love, great nostalgia for it. The only thing there's a few things that it shares in the DNA of this, but I will say, number one, it was filmed in Australia. Number two, it is a love letter to stunts and action movies. No CGI or very little CGI apparently went into the making of this movie.
Right.
And that was on purpose because the director, he's one of the Deadpool guys, one of the Deadpool directors. That's it, David Leitch.
Okay.
He is really kind of, hands-on. He wants to show basically how the stunts are done. And I got to say, some of the stunts are really, really good. Like there's this one thing, he does a 360 roll in the car. And at the end of the movie, you actually see the stunts being performed by the actual real stuntmen. And I thought that was good. And it reminded me of, do you remember at the end of the Jackie Chan movies when he used to have the
bloopers,
the outtakes and the bloopers? It kind of reminded me of that. So clearly David Leitch, he's a film director. He started off as stunt. So he's clearly got kind of like it breaks the third wall, fourth wall, whatever you want to call it. They speak about kind of, actual movie making, the process of movie making. And there's a line in there which someone says, at the Oscars don't have a category for best stunt, right? And then he's almost winking to the camera like, no. And it's true. And I thought to myself, shit, yeah, they don't have an Oscar for best stunt.
Yeah.
So I guess they're kind of maybe pushing for that. Maybe that could happen in the future. It's not a stone cold classic for me. It's got some funny bits in there. It's got some great stunt scenes. And it's got this obviously romance in there. But some bits, it's kind of too farcical.
Okay.
So
it sounds lighthearted.
Very, very lighthearted. But what I would say is if you've seen Rebel Moon and you've got the time, and there's nothing else on at the cinema, and this, it's literally the only thing on there, then yeah, it's okay. It's probably better than Rebel Moon from what I gathered. So
but is it? Would you say it's still cinema or streaming?
Cinema. I tell you the reason why cinema is because the big action set pieces, they're filmed obviously made to be seen on the big screen. So it's like a movie it's a movie within a movie. So they're making a movie within the movie, and he plays the stuntman. Emily Blunt, she's the film director. The lead star goes missing, and then Ken, he has to go and find him, and then there's a whole kind of like plot twists and there's kind of like so much exposition, but they kind of explain that in the movie as well. They kind of speak about exposition. They're like, oh, maybe we should do away with the exposition sort of stuff. So it's kind of like breaking the fourth wall, kind of like Deadpool. I can see where David Leitch kind of got that idea from Deadpool and stuff like that. So it's okay. It's decent. It's fine. I wouldn't say go out of your way to watch it, but if there's nothing else on.
What is it out of 5?
Oh, out of 5, I would say, yeah, it's kind of like 2.5, 3, I would say.
Okay.
It's kind of like, there, you for a lot of fun, hijinks, that type of a thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Fall Guy. And before we finish off the show, Deval is going to do a hidden gem.
Yes, I promised a quick hidden gem. Thanks, courtesy to uh, the 5F's Telegram channel that recommended this film. If you've got any recommendations for hidden gem, please do let us know. We love a hidden gem. So this one is called Knox Goes Away. Knox Goes Away. This is starring Michael Keaton, also directed by Michael Keaton too.
Oh,
So he's in front and behind the camera at the same time. Don't know how he does that. But yeah, this is a very interesting film. So basically, Michael Keaton stars as a hitman or contract killer who is really good at his job. He's coming to the end of his career, but he's still good at his job. He does what he needs to do. Like he's one of, I don't know, and the people that he's killing, they give you the impression that they are really low people,
right.
like pedophiles and all that kind of people that kind of
Oh, I
deserve to
saw
be
this
killed.
trailer. Yeah.
So they kind of make him seem like he's doing a good job, even though obviously killing is wrong, obviously.
Mm.
But anyway, so that's him. He's got an ex-wife. He's got a son that he doesn't see. That's his sort of family life. He don't really get into it that much at the start. But the interesting thing about this film is that Michael Keaton's character is suffering from a condition not too dissimilar from dementia.
Mm.
Okay.
So he finds out because he starts to forget stuff. He goes for a test and he finds out it's not called dementia. It's another long-winded name, but it's even worse than dementia.
Oh
The doctor tells
gosh.
him dementia is you'll be glad to have that.
Jesus.
This is more rapid.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then he's a hitman. He's got this, and it's just not good. He's like his
That's
mind is
yeah. That's
wasting
not
away.
that's not a hitman. That's not something you want to have as a
Exactly.
hitman because
Cool.
No.
I'm telling you.
your job relies on you remembering who you hit. And
Well, on that, Emmanuel. So I'm not going to give you too much. I'll give you this little snippet just to whet your appetite. But after that news, I think it's after that news, he does go in one more job. It's meant to be a last job before he goes
Yeah.
away. He says he goes with his partners to do the job, and on that job, things just get messed up.
Mm.
So originally he does kill the mark, but also the mark is with an innocent person who
Oh, he
also
kills the innocent person.
killed. And then his partner comes into the room afterwards and he shoots him.
Oh
finds
shit.
it,
Yeah.
finds
And
out
and don't
who
tell me he forgets about it.
I think he doesn't recognize him, innit? Because his mind is
Oh.
so. Sometimes his mind will trick him, and it's like he just. So, and his
he
partner's
can't
like,
believe. Yeah.
what are you doing? And he's like, he remembers, you know what I mean? It's mad. The way Michael Keaton plays it, it's quite good, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a serious film, but a lot of the cast as well are all kind of older people. So you got
Yeah.
Al Pacino in the film as well.
Mm.
You got the person who washes his money. He's an older person, so it's
Mm.
kind of like it's a different vibe. They're all mature people, no messing around, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense because I'm imagining that he's a hitman and he's been doing it all of his
There
life,
you
and then
go.
now he's coming
Peop-
to retire.
Yeah,
So all of the people that he's worked
yeah,
with, if you're a hitman, you don't want no
yeah.
one new.
No.
Exactly. Oh, Emmanuel, you're chatting too on the point here, man. But it's true. All the people he's worked with for 30 years or whatever, they're
Mm,
all like all so. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this film so far. It's like I said, it was recommended. I watched it in
Yeah.
one take. It's just under 2 hours. Really interesting film. The relationship he has with his son. Something happens there that makes this film just go belly up. His ex-wife is there as well. Lots of different intricacies.
oh, this
But
sounds
it's
good.
very simple.
Mm,
I didn't see the trailer. I didn't see anything. even if you want to watch this film and maybe you're starting to hear me talk, stop, go watch the film, and
Yeah.
maybe come back
I
because it
love these
should
types of
be
movies, this kind of moral
hidden gem.
dilemma, man.
I saw the thumbnail and I would never have watched this film. I thought, oh,
No.
this is boring. It's got to come
I
like this.
remember
I'm like,
seeing
what's
I
this?
remember seeing the trailer. I think it was like last year,
Mm.
but it was, yeah, it didn't really appeal to me
So,
You
because
know,
of
it
the
sounds
dementia
like a
thing.
movie. It sounds like a movie. Like this might sound a bit strange, but it sounds like a movie that Clint Eastwood would do if he was maybe like about 10 years younger.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know, this kind of
yeah,
aging
yeah. Bruce
old
Willis,
guy.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, kind of like, you know, that
yeah,
one. It sounds good.
yeah.
And also, listen, look, man, I'm a fan of the whole assassin
Mm.
hitman genre. We watched recently on Netflix, there was this Michael Fassbender movie,
Fassbender one, The Killer.
The Killer.
Yeah.
That one, there's something about kind of hitmen, and like, obviously we've reviewed and we've seen The Equalizer. That's probably
Mm.
kind of that's in the same
That's
genre
more
but a different
elaborate though.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
elaborate, action
yeah.
packed and stuff like that. But I'm liking these kind of these
Watch
slow
it, man.
burner types.
Honestly, watch it. So I ain't gonna say anything more, but this is
Brilliant.
better than Scargiver, better than whatever. It's good,
Mm,
man. Yeah, just watch it. That's all I can say. I ain't saying any
yeah.
more, man. Done.
Brilliant. All right. Okay, good. So that's Knox Goes Away. And remember, folks, if you do see the movie, let us know. Get in touch with us. Leave a review, a video review if you want on our page, and just tag us at the Flixters, and we will speak about it. And listen, look, guys, what have we got coming up in May, in April, May? What have we got?
Well, do you know what? I saw Boy Kills World yesterday.
Oh man, so this
Saw
is
it.
the
Yeah,
Skarsgård movie.
Skarsgård. Yeah, I won't say anything, but yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Talk about it next time.
Ah,
Uh,
wicked. All right. Okay.
we've got Planet of the Apes. We got
Yeah,
Planet of the
Planet of
Apes is
the
coming
Apes.
soon.
We got what's that Zendaya movie? Is it
Oh,
Challenge.
the
that one?
challenges.
Challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a few films coming out. We haven't got the Full Guy actually. That comes out here the 2nd of May. So you got that early.
Oh, but you know why? Because of Australia. It was
Oh, we
filmed in
got If as
Australia.
well. We got
That's
that
where you got the first
if Imaginary
If
Friends.
Oh yeah, yeah, with Ryan
That's
Reynolds. Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
yeah,
Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
Deadpool.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If
Oh, damn.
yeah.
Okay. So there's that
Garfield
one.
movie.
Ah,
Oh,
Uh,
Mad Max, isn't it? Mad Max.
oh yes.
Mad Max. What about?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see or want to see or are going to see Back to Black?
I
Oh, I've
want to
seen
see
that
it.
already.
You've seen it? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I
have
do
you
want to
seen
see
it?
it.
Yeah.
I do want to see it.
Good. Thumbs up. Thumbs down.
It's okay. It's all right. I mean, if you're a fan of the singer Amy
Amy
Winehouse,
Winehouse.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Mm.
went to the Brit School, which is near me, so
Okay.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, we went to Camden when I was there. We went to Camden a couple of weeks ago, and it was like there's so much kind of Amy Winehouse. We went to the pub that she was there at as well,
Yeah.
so there's still her
Okay.
presence is definitely still there as well. So listen,
Definitely.
look, folks, we've got a few movies that are going to be coming out very very soon, and obviously some big ones. You know, Boy Kills World. You know, there's all this sort of stuff that we're going to be doing. Yeah, that's it. That's all we've got time for on today's show. We hope you liked it. Obviously, subscribe, do all of that sort of stuff, like us, and